The actual basis of the psalm for this liturgy is Psalm 126. And there's a great Protestant hymn that addresses the theme of that psalm. It goes like this, the refrain goes like this. Bringing in the sheaves, bringing in the sheaves, we shall come rejoicing. Bringing in the sheaves, bringing in the sheaves, bringing in the sheaves, we shall come rejoicing. Bringing in the sheaves. It sort of serves as a reminder that in Advent, this isn't about preparing for an event 2,000 years ago. It's about an event that's yet to come. It's about gathering the harvest of souls. And what the readings are saying to you and to me today is to take the time to examine our lives, to see if there are areas that we need to repent of that keep us from having a closer relationship with our God. You heard about highs and lows and the valleys being made plains or the mountains being torn down so that there's this smooth, even pathway. What God desires for each of us is that we do have that smooth pathway into heaven. But we can't get there unless we examine our lives to see what it is that keeps us from being on that smooth path. What is it that we do that brings us down? What is it that we do that we get so obsessed by something that's so good, we go overboard and we have too big of a high? It doesn't mean we're not supposed to have sadness or depression or joys and bliss in our lives. But it means that we're not supposed to get so caught up in either one that it takes us off the path. You and I are called as Christians to walk in the way. And that way that we've been taught is to respond to what God calls us to be and to do. Loving ourselves, loving our neighbors, and above all, loving God. And so this Advent, we have time given to us by the church to examine what it is that draws us to God, what it is that keeps us from drawing even closer to God, and to turn those things over to Him, to transform our lives into that smoother surface. It's giving things to God to handle. He's got awful broad shoulders. We can be mad at Him. I had someone a few months ago who was so angry with God because her spouse died early, in his 40s. Didn't want to come to church anymore. And her preacher couldn't understand it. It's like, it's okay. God can handle you being upset with Him. But it's not something you can't get over, or it's something that means God doesn't love you less. God's love for us is constant. And we have to turn over to Him those things that are hurts, even those things that are overjoyous. And so, as we draw closer to the celebration of Christmas, we draw closer to remembering that the Word entered this world for us, that we're so precious to God, as you heard in the second reading, that we should always be filled with joy. Take the time then to make smooth your path, not only to Christmas, but to the kingdom.